Hello and welcome to another episode of Daily Reflections. Pastor Sean coming to you from a front porch here in Sonoraville. It is a glorious day, a grand and glorious day. I mean, the sun is shining. It is just beautiful. Sky and I have spent the day together here at the house. She has renamed all of her toys and her stuffed animals as she does about every 2 weeks. She's renamed them all and spent the morning sharing with me their new names. I was busy working on answering some emails and following up on some text messages and generally putting some files away and different things like that. And so it's been a busy morning for me here at the house. And I began to think about what we were going to talk about today. And I was recalling last night's conversation that I had at the end of the day, right before my prayer time. I was beginning to talk with Stephanie, and we were discussing several different things that are going on in our lives. We're preparing to buy a house. We're paying off a large portion of debt, and we are lining up things to close credit cards and different things like that. And we're just kind of preparing ourselves for the next phase of life, which is to purchase a home. And we're hoping to do that in the next 6 months or so. And we are looking into all of these different things. And I began to talk about this week and how this week has been up and down. I buried a friend. I've had great days at the golf course. I've spent a lot of times with the staff this week, and it's been an up and down week. It's been a great week, but it's been an up and down week, and I've kind of been all over the place emotion-wise. And as I sat there on the bed last night, and Stephanie was cleaning up a few things there in the room, and I began to thank the Lord for all of the things that He has done in our lives. Mine and Stephanie's life is amazing. There was a point in time where we probably couldn't balance our checkbook. We didn't have enough money to make ends meet. We barely had enough food at times to survive on, and we just had our hands full with life. As young adults, we had our hands full with life, and we didn't do everything right. We didn't succeed financially until we were grown, till we were adults. we were adults when we got married, but we didn't really start to succeed with life until we were much older. And so as we began to do all these things, I began to thank God. I began to thank God for the calm and thank Him for the storm. I began to thank Him for the raging ocean that sometimes goes around me, but I also thanked Him for the boat, the safe, secure boat that I was in. I thanked Him for the good times that we've had in life and for the bad times. I thanked Him for the joyous moments of having a child come into this world, and I've also thanked Him for those memorable, sadder moments when someone leaves this life. And I began to think about all of the different things that God has done in my life, and I began to thank Him. I just began to thank Him. And the verse came to my mind, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God." And so I began to pour out this thanks to God, and I began to realize how much I am blessed. How truly, truly blessed we are. There's an old song that says, "Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me." It says, "There's a roof up above me. I have a good place to sleep. There's food on my table and shoes on my feet. You gave me your love, Lord, and a fine family. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me." That's an old song. And it's a good point. It's a good point. We need to be thankful for the blessings that God has put in our lives. Now, you may not have a brand new Cadillac. You may not have a brand new F-250. You may not have a $350,000, $500,000 home. You may not. You may have some simple things. You may have, like me, you may have a vehicle that has 350,000 miles on it. You may have another vehicle that 70's close to 200,000 miles. Our cars are working, and they're running, and they're doing fantastic. But they're not brand new. But that's okay. Because as I told you the other day, in every state of life, we have to learn to be content. We have to learn to be content with what we have. There was a special on a couple of weeks ago. It's pre-COVID, I'm sorry. So it's a couple of months ago. There was a special on that was pre-COVID, and there was a family. It wasn't a documentary or anything like that. It was a news report. There was a family who had a government job. The dad had a government job, and the rug was kind of pulled out from under him, and he lost that job, not at any fault of his own. But he continued to thank the Lord. He continued to thank the Lord for what he had been given. They used their money wisely. They had saved up financially, and until the matter was resolved just a few months ago, they survived. They survived. But in every situation, in that story, in that news report, they were thankful. They were thankful for what they had. They were thankful for what they had done. They were thankful that the Lord had taken care of them. They were thankful for family. They were thankful for friends. They were thankful for everything. And in the end, everything worked out. Everything worked out. And there was reconciliation. When we give God praise, when we thank Him for the good times and the bad, He always moves on our behalf. He always moves in our situation. Sometimes we get to the point to where we just feel the frustration weighing upon our shoulders. Even then, give thanks. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trials that try you. And then in another place he says, but in everything give thanks. So what are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for today? Maybe you have a great job, a great family. Maybe you have a good car, a good home. Maybe you're just thankful that you're saved and on your way to heaven. You may be thankful for the people that are coming into your life. You may be thankful for some people who are going out of your life. You may just be thankful that the sun rose this morning and you were able to wake up again. Whatever it is, give thanks to God. He is the giver of life. He is the one who set this thing in motion. He's the one who causes the sun to rise and to set. He's the one who causes the moon to come up and give light to the earth. At night, He is the one who calls the stars out and knows them by name. Give thanks to Him today. This is Pastor Sean coming to you with daily reflections from my front porch. It's a beautiful day. You've still got some time left to enjoy it. Get outside and enjoy the day. God bless you as always is my prayer.